Yes, please. Come to the,
Susan Brown.
okay, it's okay, yes. Go ahead, Susan.
On the consent agenda items, we're just.
So we're just on the
This is only
second,
for the-
second reading.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ordinances.
So this is on the second reading for ordinance 2023-1. Any questions on that?
No,
No questions?
No, no question?
Close the top.
Can I have a motion to, close and adopt?
Make a motion, close the top.
Okay, Jay? Yes? Ken?
Thank you very much for doing this. It's in front of my house. And I've been living there for 25 years and this is the
Finally,
first time
okay.
they ever did
Hey.
this.
We get to it eventually.
Thank you, yes.
Yes. Ben?
Yes.
Okay, Park? Park? Park?
Yeah.
Kara? Petrie?
Yes.
Second reading, public hearing, 2023-2.
Yes, can I have a motion to open up, to the public for ordinance 2023-2?
Motion?
Can I have a motion?
Second?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
I will say no.
Okay, so
No,
Mark,
this is just opening up.
Just
to-
open
to the
you don't wanna open the public?
It's just open for questions.
No, for the ordinance.
Yeah, no, it's, we're not voting on
We didn't vote
ordinance,
yet.
we're voting it to
Opening
open
it
it
up.
to the public.
All right.
It's open to the public. Anybody have a question on
Anybody have a question?
2023-2?
on ordinance 2023-2. All right, may I have a motion to close to the public?
Close and adopt.
Close and adopt.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Roll call.
Jay?
No.
Kim?
Yes.
Men?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
Kara?
Don't touch you, you have to establish a cap.
Yes.
Yes.
Petrie?
Yes.
Ordinance passes. Second reading, public hearing, 2023-3.
Can I have a motion to open to the public for ordinance 2023-3?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Have a roll call, please.
Just all in favor.
That's all in favor?
It's just opening.
Right,
Wait, they have
right.
questions.
All in favor?
That's open to the public, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Open to the public, everybody aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, public.
Yes. Yes,
Susan Brown. On the agenda items.
No, we're still.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm contagious.
I am so
It's
confused.
coming from you.
Only
right?
on 2023-3.
All right, I do have a question. I know I read it and I don't remember. When did that start? What's the date?
Or adoption of the ordinance, so it would be 45 days.
45.
after the adoption of the ordinance, or?
Memorization?
Is there a version of the ordinance?
I don't know.
Otherwise, it would take effect upon publication.
Which is memorization.
Which would be next month.
It's for publication.
Bond ordinances is.
Bond is as,
Periods,
yeah,
but-
not a regular ordinance, once it's published in the newspaper, it's effective.
Right.
And all of the payment stations will be changed,
Yes.
so, thank you.
So how long does it gonna take to be effective?
Approximately a week.
A week?
Week, two.
Okay, question.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yes.
go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Yvonne Wanyu, it's 268 Highland Avenue. Last time we
Would you please
requested.
come over here? Can't hear you. You have a mask on. Exactly for this, for the parking fees.
Yes.
Last time we,
Christina, I just wanted to just give you a foreshadow. You can only talk about the parking fees.
Yeah.
So, okay.
at the last time, we request, okay, increase in parking fee, fine. But in terms of hours, have you ever thought about reducing the hours?
Right now, this ordinance is only increasing the fee, total amount.
Then how can we propose, request to reduce the hours then?
We're not reducing the hours.
Well, I know, you're not reducing, but as a
She's
resident.
asking,
we
did you
want-
consider
we want
reducing
to
the hours, because other towns, they enforce it less. But yes.
So that's something we looked at later.
Absolutely,
Right now, this is only
absolutely,
to increase.
absolutely. We didn't say that, no, we didn't, we still have time to discuss that. Yes, thank you. We'll consider that. Thank you. All right, good. May I have a motion to close and adopt the public park
Pardon,
participation?
I make a motion.
I need a cup of coffee. I don't know
So
what's wrong with me. Go ahead. Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Jay? Yes. Kim?
Yes.
Min?
Yes.
Hart? Para?
Yes.
Petrie?
Yes.
Council reports.
Council reports. Councilman Min, would you like to start this time?
Sure. I noticed that we're actually, we'll be celebrating 125th years of Passes Park next year. So I wanna suggest that the borough administrator and the governing body there, we're actually wants to see if there's any expense we could bring it in and, you know, celebrate next year on our budget. So if you could consider that, it would be great for town.
Okay. Thank you. Council Chen?
For school, the Lindbergh Elementary School library was on fire. So the school will be closed for a whole week this week. And, it was such an, unfortunate event. So, you know, I hope, you will be aware of it.
Speak a little louder.
Okay, Lindbergh School Library was on fire yesterday, so kids didn't go to school today, and there will be no school this week, so I would like to report that to you. And, also for the, town's, beautification committee member, I would like to, you know, it's a great thing that, Councilman Yin suggested next year, we're gonna have 125 years of, celebration for town. But at the same time, I would like to also, ask, to consider, you know, decorating our, Broad Avenue if we can. That's all, thank you.
Thank you. Council Lady Pereira.
Rose, are you here? Can you just, what's the date of the festival? Family Fun.
Family Fun Day is this Sunday, April 30th, from 12 to 5 at Lindbergh. There's gonna be all free activities for the children. There's gonna be a food truck, which you have to buy your own food. There's gonna be an ice cream truck. It's gonna be a DJ and cotton candy.
Thank
So,
you.
And a bounce house also, Cindy.
It's open to everyone.
Open to the public.
So let your neighbors know, and hopefully we'll see a nice turnout with children in town. The recreation continues to work diligently on summer programs. We're gonna have the camp, it'll be held down at the pool. The pool has kindly and graciously agreed to extend the hours so that children will have a little bit of extra time in the days that they're able to go to the camp at the pool. So we've added that, and that's it.
Thank you very much. Councilman Kim?
Yeah, and I think the report for the library, in the school, photo bed, there was a request about the baseball field fencing, it's almost to fall down. So, we talked with the superintendent and then we wanna first of all find out who is responsible to fix that. And we found out and we concluded that it was photo bed that was supposed to fix it. So Joe promised that he will fix it and I had to confirm with that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for not forgetting about that.
Thank you.
Councilman Petrie?
Yesterday, the Borough Volunteer Fire Department responded to a working fire at Lindbergh School in the library. The school was heavily smoke damaged up in the front, the top floors. The bottom floor where the library was, there were cabinets in there, they were burned. The fire department, volunteer fire department, did a very, very good job. They had mutual aid from Richfield and Fort Lee there. Since April 1st till yesterday, the Borough Volunteer Fire Department have responded to 56 calls for this month alone. 2 of them working fires in Palisade Park, and a couple of mutual aid calls to Richfield. I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of the fire department. came out, they worked, they put that out. It's, being investigated further, but they did a very good job. I'd also like to commend the police department. They also responded there. They did a good job. Thank you, that's it.
I'd like to add to you, with that, Councilman Beach. I was also there too, because I'm also part of the emergency force. I saw a young man and even seniors, sir, dress up in 40-pound clothes and go inside there. And when they came out, they're gasping for air, their eyes were teary, debris were all over their bodies. And you know what? They didn't even want to thank you. It's hard to find these kind of fine gentlemen. And I really want to take this opportunity to say, great job. Thank you very much, guys. Councilman Park?
I don't have a specific report, but that means all the regular works are done properly, and that's everyday duty, and no specific report made, and that means all the big articles collected right away, and no complaints. If there is complaint, we go there and right away we fix it. That's it.
Thank you very much. B.A., would you like to say
I
something?
do, Mayor. And to your point, as we spoke several times over the past month, with regard to the conditions of the building. Two things. The immediate action with regard to POSHA and OSHA violations, Mr. Randall Topping has addressed those matters, and I'm here to say on behalf of the borough, all those violations have been satisfied. So we're in good standing with POSHA.
Thank you.
With regard to the fire department and other issues, we are still teetering on a very slippery slope. And I know you and I had discussed about possibly looking for some alternate space to either, so we're able to address those units or start cleaning them all.
Yes.
I'm glad to report that by next month meeting, we're meeting with the borough architect and engineer. They will be providing us 3 scenarios
Great.
to mitigate and to remediate or possibly rebuild the building. So by next month's meeting, be prepared to have a presentation from the architect.
I would like to also add with that, if there's any questions, because I don't want to repeat this over again. I've been there since day one. I want to settle this. I want to finalize it. Number one priority is the safety of my employees here, the borough. So please, if you have any questions, don't wait until the last moment. Come to all of us and we'll get this, your questions and your inquiries answered before we get those options going. Thank you very
I have
much.
a question.
Yes, absolutely.
Dave, is there any chance that you can get involved in an alternate type of program to help us relocate or do something?
So,
Any availability of a redevelopment program where you get funding and you're able to do a lot of this, not at the cost of the borough?
So the answer to that is yes. And there are many options which we could look at, but we needed the authority of this council to do so. I think now we're finally in agreement that we're going to do that, and I'm going to start to do that now with your help. So yes, there was no sense of calling New Jersey Transit or trying to get some redevelopment attorneys on board or having concepts come up if we're not in agreement to do anything. And I think now the consensus is to make this building as safe as possible, make the people's conditions safe as possible. And yes, there are many options. We have bond counsel, we have grant counsel, we have attorneys who are all capable of doing this now, and we're gonna start to pursue those options, yes.
Good idea. Thank you. Attorney, do you have anything to say?
I don't, Mayor, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. I would like to add, I'm very excited, guys. We're doing stuff that, should be, I see positive progression. We're trying to streetscape Broad Avenue with a beta phase between Central Park and Brickerhawk. It's gonna look good. We're gonna put our money into it. And we're bonding, Austin, there's a bond department here that's taking care of it. Grant department, we're taking care of it. Austin and his group, is gonna try to go for a $250,000 bond per block. So even though we asked for $300,000, there's a very good chance we're gonna get a grant, but we're paying much less. We're gonna have electrical grids, so it'll be like decorated lamps. You'll have some benches. You have some nice, real original, nice, professional, safe planners. We're gonna clean, power wash Broadway to show that we care. I wanna get the community involved. I also had a meeting with our very supportive Mayor's Advisory Committee. you? Raise your hands for your very, thank you. There you go. And they were very excited to be part of this progress of trying to show to the people that, you know what, we are changing for the better. And Lois said, you know, if necessary, she'll get some funds. I believe in her capabilities. We have great leadership, and it was a very good, productive meeting. The other meeting that I had was with the commerce, the merchants in Broad Avenue. We have some issues that we have to address. One of the things that was that they needed an opportunity to get rid of their surplus. That was part of the deal for the street fairs. But because of a situation that is, you know, with the Chamber of Commerce, so we came to the conclusion that maybe, hopefully, it's not here yet, but with the support of the councils, that we could facilitate with some of the representatives of the Chamber of Commerce to get this going for now. And I want you to consider that, it will help them out. So, and also we're not only for Broad Avenue, we're trying to do some more stuff that we are lacking. See, one positive thing about our town is the pool. People love our pool. We have an Olympic-sized pool. It's a bargaining chip. It's a shared service bargaining chip. We can work with other towns to borrow their resources as well. We're also thinking about creative ideas. We all are, such as doggy park. All right. We're also thinking. My promise to you, the LED solar panel. I can't sleep without getting that done. So we're continuously pushing to show you that we care, and I appreciate your patience. And if you show us that we're moving forward, I want you to help us out. Thank you. Yes, I'm sorry about the police chief.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I should have done that. Police chief, yes, I already done this.
Good evening, Council Barbara. This is my report for this month. Detective Bureau closed out 17 investigations. Border Patrol issued 486 summons to date. This month of April, it was distracted driving grant that we received from the New Jersey Division State of Highway. The amount we received was $12,250. So we put that into play for this month. We had 2 officers working this detail for us each day. And so far, we've netted 281 traffic stops, 177 motor vehicle summons to date with this program. And again, this is a grant that doesn't cost the borough anything. It's a grant that we received. And what I want to note about the grant is, throughout the other towns in the Bergen County area, we're one of the smaller towns, and we got more money than towns that are 3 times our size. And that's because when we did this grant last year, we put up the numbers that you're seeing now that I told you about. So with those kind of numbers that we put up, the state will give us more money in the future because they see that we're proactive with it. So I just want to make, most towns our size, they get an average between $5,000 and $8,000. We got over 12,000, so that's a testament to the officers who are out there doing this grant. They're not just going out there just to make extra money and do nothing. They're actually out there working. So I just want to make note of that. Yes, sir.
Does that mean we gave out more tickets than other town?
Yeah, the production was much better.
Okay.
And like I said, for our size town.
Most of them are out of town.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
And also, I'd like to say, Mayor, on the 18th of April, AAA, again, a representative came to our school. They spoke with the students from Lindbergh regarding school bicycle safety. As we know, summertime, the kids will go out and ride their bikes and what have you. Sergeant Dennis Pavlik assisted in this program, so I just want to thank the sergeant for being involved in that as well. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Chief. Appreciate it. All right, saying, can I have a motion to open to the public?
Make a motion.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, I don't know, last month it was Bible there, I was getting a little concerned.
Move it around.
Just quick, on any of the agenda, the consent agenda, where we're getting grants, are any of them matching grants, or are they straight grants?
Some, both. The answer is depending on where it's coming from. I don't know off the top of my head, but some are match grants and some are, just outright grants. So there are, I can find out for you.
We have 2 open space
The open
grants.
space is match, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the open space is match, I know that. There's 2 of them.
copy of the specific agenda? Does that have anything in there about matching funds? Usually they do, but I don't
The
know.
grant itself has, the resolution itself has it, yes.
All right, so I'll get copies of that. On the ordinances that are being introduced, for the first one, establishment of base salaries, but it's not salaries, it's salary
Salary
ranges.
ranges, yeah, correct,
Okay. Does that include the council?
yes.
Okay, so I would suggest if you're concerned about that, if the council's getting an increase, don't take it, okay?
Wait a minute, if I recall, didn't Councilwoman Jang, you promised that we'll donate our salary for scholarship for this year? You remember that? We'll talk about it personally.
Okay,
I don't want any raise for my salary.
Oh,
Oh, no, I
we're
mean,
talking
not
about-
salary.
We made an agreement, we'll talk about it, we're supposed to give our salary donation. Thank you.
No, that's what I wanted to know, thank you.
Yes. Could you please come up?
Yes.
Name, address, business.
Hi, my name is Okyeon. I'm from KCS, Public Health and Research Center. I am here with my program director, Sarah Kim. And thank you so much for this opportunity to speak out in this meeting today. And first of all, it was a great honor to have you at our Palisades Park opening ceremony back in March. It was great to have you and thank you, yes. So as some of the community members might have heard, the KCS has opened up another office in Palisades Park to better serve the not only Korean
Talk to
Americans,
us, talk to us. Talk to us.
not only Korean Americans.
Talk to us, look at us.
Yes.
Yes,
not
this is
only
not a
Korean
public
American-
forum, yeah.
Not only
yeah.
Korean American, but also Asian American, or anyone who's underserved. And we are today to briefly introduce cases, the community members and the council members of Palisades Park. KCS was founded in 1973, and we are the oldest and the largest community-based social service organization in the tri-state area, dedicated to addressing the needs of immigrants and underserved Korean Americans and Asian American communities. And we are assisting them to overcoming any socioeconomic and linguistic or health-related barriers. KCS offers various professional and culturally competent services throughout multiple departments, Public Health and Research Center, Workforce Department, and Senior Centers, Adult Daycare, and Mental Health Clinic. Currently, at our New Jersey office, we provide Obamacare enrollment, Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP enrollment, and preventive healthcare services like the patient navigation services, diabetes prevention program to senior members. Please feel free to contact us if there's any community member who are in need of our social services. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity to share our services with council members and community members.
And just a quick question, I believe you are situated in which locations?
The address.
The address, one is in Palisades Park.
Yeah, Palisades Park, 415 Broad Avenue, Palisades Park, second floor,
It's right above the Paris.
Yeah, good, and there's one, go ahead.
What's the address, sorry?
415. 415 Broad Avenue.
There's one in 4D, correct?
Yes, there's one on Lemoyne Avenue, 24.
2460 Lemoyne Avenue.
And this is a not-for-profit, it's all free.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
free.
all services are free.
Councilman Kim?
Yes, I've been knowing this organization, this civic organization for more than 20 years. They are the true community service, they have true community service program. So I hope everybody to enjoy their services if you need it. They've been very active, not only in Korean community, but also other communities as well. So just kudos for them to come into Palisades Park. So it's easier for us to contact them to get some more services. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm also very, you wanna say something? No. Just considering KCS, I am familiar with them too. They're actually the most comprehensive, not-for-profit free service provided for the seniors the community. So I'm very happy that they're here. If there's anything we could do for you, please stop on by. BA, we call him the wizard. You should get to know him. Anything you wanna ask, you can ask the BA, you can ask me, all right? Thank you very much. Next, please come up here and say your name. You need a translator? Yes, please come up here. Bob, because our translator Rebecca is sick, Bob has decided to do a pro bono translation for us. Please come up. Bob, would you help her out? Thank you. Translation을 이분한테 하십시오.
My name is Haley Park. Haley Park.
Haley Park.
Yeah, resident of 31784 4th Street between Central Boulevard and
Okay.
Crescent Boulevard. Yeah, I was here last year about the problem of the flooding. At the time, Stephanie Zhang write down this matter, you remember? So I was waiting for someone to inspect, but nobody came.
4th Street.
4th Street.
How does the flooding come out? Does it come from the
Yeah.
sewage or how? Could you explain?
It was nothing happened until 2011. I have
Until
been here,
2011.
I moved in 2008. So after, as I remember, 2019, there was street construction, kind of construction. I'm not sure the pipeline replacing, I'm not sure. After that, and then they made a pavement on half side, not street half side, not my side.
Pavement?
Pavement, after
How long
finish.
was it?
I think they're talking about the PSENG.
Yes.
No, not PC, I'm not sure.
Because they usually do the half side.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, half side, and then when it's a little bit heavy rain, just the water is, so the other side is little bit, the street is more higher than our side, and so it.
Because of the new pavement.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then,
The water goes, more
yeah,
water goes
it
into yours.
didn't, the pavement,
Yeah.
just half side, right?
Uh-huh.
So, it little bit heavy rain, the water comes in, just turn into my driveway and to the middle of the garage.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I have the video and the picture, so I wanna hand you. And then please send the inspector and then, yeah.
I'm glad you don't have to do translation. Just one more thing. Could you continue on with Stephanie? You said that Jang, Council Lady Jang knew about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, she came in
When was this?
last year.
Last year?
And then town
Does anybody else
repair,
remember this?
and then town repair, one of those, this matter this year. So, not me.
Well, I'll be honest with you, this is the first time for me for hearing it. It seems like someone.
Yeah.
Councilman as well.
Yeah, last year I was, last
Now-
July.
Now we know the address. Maybe, Stephanie, could you explain about that situation? Have you been there before? Do you see the area, what the
No,
problem
I
was?
didn't, I talked to BA and then they.
You talked to me?
Yeah.
You never talked to me about that.
No, when she came and she said that, I.
Anyways, I just wanna let you know,
Yeah.
we do
But
the act.
anyway, yeah, I'm going to, find out who can help you.
I mean, great, okay, I mean, if you wanna spearhead this, you can go do that, but, first we know about this, we'll discuss it. Would you like to spearhead,
So can I-
take a look over there?
Okay, Mayor, actually, when this thing happens, who's responsible? I should go to dig
No.
up myself, or,
No, I'm not-
I
I'm not-
spoke to him, and
Oh, you-
I
no,
also.
you didn't speak to me about it, because I would've done something, and we've never had this conversation, please don't lie.
Did you email me?
Please don't lie.
Are you
Okay, anyways, guys, stop, please, we understand.
She's a big-
Let me maintain, please. I'm not coming in the wrong way, I'm hoping. Are you interested, go check it out. No, I'm asking, would you like to go there and check it out, or I could ask somebody else, I can go. That's what I'm trying to say.
As a mayor, you know.
If you could spearhead it, would you please, sir, ma'am, I got it now, okay?
Tell me, what.
Are you interested to volunteer to go there and see what the situation is, report to us, or we other people could do it? I
All
was
right,
just
so
wondering.
how else can that happen? Yeah.
No, okay,
Yeah,
I just,
please,
okay,
please.
alright, fine, we'll handle it, would you please, before you go, give me your phone number? Well, you don't want to tell your phone number to everybody, not here. After it's over, just give me the contact, or even Jason, and we'll definitely go check it out for you, okay? Great, thank you very much. Yes.
I will check it out.
All right, thank you very much. We have a lot of volunteers. Is there any other more, oh gosh. All right, you raise your hands first, ma'am, please speak up.
Sure, just front of Borough Hall, looks very, very nice with the plaza, does make a difference.
Thank you.
Secondly,
Thank you, thank you.
you had once brought up, I think not that long ago, about possibly getting a little more lighting to the side streets.
Yes.
They are extremely dark, is it possible somewhere in the future, possibly?
It's, whatever happens, PA, the wizard, and I will
So
make
it's,
that.
so it's already in the works because of his work, and what we're trying to do is establish a list, so if anybody knows where there's a dark spot or street, please call it into the borough with the exact location, and Austin Ashley is working with, through his direction, with PSE&G and for his
Solar.
solar panels, we're gonna try to get some new lighting and new light bulbs.
We have a street light right in front of our house. Could you walk half a house away, it's completely
Yeah,
dark.
Got it.
That's one of the
I think,
locations.
to be very
We'll put
truthful,
you in, you're the first person on the list.
my opinion is that when they built the duplexes, the staircases come out so far, they kill the light. None of the light, I mean, even if people leave their porch lights on, that reflects only a certain amount, it doesn't really filter down to the street.
The great thing about the LED solar panel, we're not reinventing the wheel. All he needs is enough exposure from the sun. We tried the better phase over there, I still take a look around 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's still damn bright. And there's upgrades from that company. And I'm right now working with the borough, we have to work with state safety. Our borough engineer, our BA, our DPW, our CFO, and we're gonna start rolling it out the best way that we can.
But we have it, I mean, you can come in any time of the day, there's no sun on our porch at all, because of the big buildings surrounding us.
Mm.
So, I mean, our sole dependence is a street light.
Now, but considering the dark bulb, we have a program that Austin is working at. If that is a utility bulb, it is the old one, I think, try that out. I think you can you'll see a difference. If not, we'll continue on to improve it, step at a time. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, would you please come up here and speak? Thank you.
Lady Capote for Glen Avenue.
How are you?
I'm good. We don't do it the President anymore, we forgot.
You did.
No, we did.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I
We
was
did it-
late.
We did it in the work session.
Oh, okay. I was late.
I know, I saw
Okay.
you.
Okay, so I have a question for Mr. Lorenzo. I would like him to give me more detail what he's explained about, what they're gonna do with the mall and all that. I would like to get more input in that, because
Okay.
we're gonna be part of that decision.
With the what?
With
The whole
project
situation,
that we
the
have.
safety
Yeah,
hazards,
I would like
yes.
to know if you're gonna have
Sure.
more information.
Sure.
And I have a comment from Mr. Porkin. As a woman, I feel that you are very disrespectful with the councilwoman Jen, the way you treat her, and the way you just put him to be quiet. You don't think it's a little bit rude for her?
I don't think you understand.
Yes,
Okay, here we go again. It was doing
Wait,
so
but can
well.
you see how you are?
I'm hoping for a change, I'm hoping that we can work
Yeah,
together.
and I'm going with
And
the
here we
change.
go again. Some
No.
things never change. You got 2 more minutes, please go ahead.
I got 2 more minutes,
Yes,
of
you
course,
got 2 more
because you don't
minutes.
wanna hear this.
Do what you gotta do, you got 2 more
I'm
minutes.
happy that
Do
you're
not
doing all this
curse,
shit.
don't go out of line.
Well, leave
And
it
you
alone.
just-
Leave it
because
talking,
you so
Mr.
disrespectful, you don't wanna
King.
hear
Please
anything.
go ahead, please
If
go
you don't
ahead.
come here and throw you flower, you just get so mad.
You got 2
If you just
minutes.
relax, of course I got 2 minutes.
Yes.
So, I'm happy with doing the shit, this is very nice that you're doing. I would like to ask you, do you have any projects for our school? I see that you have a lot of projects for our town, and I like that, we need it. Do we have anything for our school? I didn't hear you mention anything, our school that is in very bad condition.
Right.
So we really need to hear what is in the future. I know it takes time and money. And again, be a little kind with the woman, with the
Okay,
people,
here we
please.
go, here we
You
go.
are too rude with
Now
us.
you are making it,
Come on.
please, let's
It's
talk
not
about
nice.
business.
It's
Please
not
talk
nice.
about business, let's not insult
Not
each
business,
other.
I'm part of the community and
Should
I'm
we
sitting
answer
there
your
seeing how
questions or
you.
not? 'Cause you're
Look
running
how
out of
you're
time.
treating me, look how you're treating me.
No, I just wanna answer your.
Why you get so aggressive
wanna
with
answer your
people?
very productive
Why you get so
questions.
aggressive? You the mayor,
Would you
you're
like
supposed
me
to be
to
calm.
answer your question or
You
not?
are so aggressive, Mr.
I am
Cole.
not, would you
Relax,
like me to
relax,
answer
take it
your
easy.
question or not?
You are the
All right,
mayor.
do you
Please.
want us to answer your question or not?
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you very
please,
much.
I want it.
Great,
But
great.
can you just rely with us, like,
I'm
take it
fine,
easy?
I'm fine.
You
I'm
are the
fine.
mayor, we know that.
Okay, here we
You
go.
got it.
You don't have to go anywhere, because you have to answer your question. Let me answer mine first. Concerning your Board of Ed, we've always been repeatedly telling the people, you have to go back to the Board of Ed. But that doesn't mean that we should just drop someone else's responsibility and leave it alone, because it's part of a big community that affects our future. So you know what? You may not see what's going on in the news, you may not see what's going on in the Board of Ed, but we are very proactively working with the Board of Ed, trying to devise a plan to improve what we're lacking in the Board of Ed. It takes a long time. You know, not for nothing, it took about 15, 20 years to be that bad. All right, so we are working on it. Concerning anything with Board of Ed, Councilman Kim is the head over there. You could definitely talk to him, and I'll give you the opportunity. Anytime you want, have a cup of coffee with him, give him a call. You have a cup of coffee, he'll say, you got it. Let's go and talk about it. But anyways, Jason Kim, would you like to be part of that too? Please explain, if you wanna say something.
Well, yes, we could have some assistance to the school, but as you know, school is a different identities, so they can do what they can do. And when they communicate with us, we can also try to look for something to assist them. So we will, yes, we will try to do that. And we are also trying to work in some kind of grants, so working together, and try to build up more spaces for the students. We are all working on it. A little bit contrary to what you said, he actually bothers me so much about the school things. Anything I don't do, he called me, Councilman Kim, how about this project, how about that project, are you following me?
I didn't
So-
hear any projects,
So,
so that's why I asked.
actually,
I didn't hear
he
any.
bothers so much, so he pushed me so much to work with the, school projects as well. As much as what we can do in terms, there's a big, division between the school work and the, borough work, but we try to help out as much as we can. So, there are a couple of things, is on the, in the background. It's not a stage yet to announce it, that's why we cannot, announce it, but yes, the people who concerned about school system like you are, thank you for coming out and saying, but we are doing whatever we can do, and we are actually working on a couple of ways.
I'm glad to hear that, I wanna see that, and I wanna see that it's going to
Yeah,
happen.
you will soon find
Because
out. Yeah.
I don't like the fact that we come here and we just say, this is, the density is different from now. The school should be part of the town.
Yeah,
People
but
be
actually,
here for the
mayor is
city as well.
correct. We as a governing body for the town, we can help and assist the school system, but the school system has their own way of operating it, writing a grant.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
which they are doing a good job as of now. So
They
whatever
have
we
the-
can do it,
the
we will do
project, They
it.
block it, when
Yeah.
they have the project to do the project, they block
Yeah,
it
there are a
from here,
couple of
from
projects,
town.
we are working on it
From the
behind.
town, they
Yeah.
block it.
As soon as something finalized, I will let
Okay,
you know.
I'm so sorry, thank you very much. But
Yeah, I
Did you
know.
say that again one more time? You said that the projects that the Board of Ed's gonna do, the
Yeah.
town is blocking it.
It was blocking Ron,
What was blocking?
it was blocking,
What's
remember,
it?
remember
You're
when they have.
accusing the town.
Yes.
What is the
I'm
accusation
accusing-
specifically, that how are we blocking the progress of the
With the
Board of Ed?
campaign that they do for the referendum, Mr. Lorenzo,
The vote
the
is
campaign.
The vote is
vote is
Well, the
not the
campaign that you
council
do
and
for the
their
referendum was
The
unbelievable.
voters said no.
You, listen, because the campaign you did,
In my campaign?
the campaign
Oh
you
my
did.
gosh.
Yes, you are part of that, you did it for the
Okay,
referendum.
okay.
Listen.
Time's up.
Well,
Time's
so
up.
just
So as far as the
about the
mall,
mall,
so as
about
far
the
as the
mall,
mall,
please. The mall.
Like we've been saying since about a year ago, we brought in a professional to do this. I know now we have a mayor who actually understands and doesn't want the people to be in danger, and he has agreed to go forward. We'll have a full-blown report as to the details, and like we said earlier, 3 options of what to do with the building. We'll have that next week.
And you also get that information too. The reason why we repeat and rinse cycling is because there are new candidates that came in. We should give them duly respect to get them involved. That's why we're getting an opportunity, well, you know what, yeah, one more month before we get our options. Bring your questions to me, you can talk to Stephanie, talk to us, anything you wanna mention, we'll ask that question. But we gotta really take care of our people here in
I don't have nothing against that.
Okay, good.
But don't play game here, and Lorenzo playing game here like we don't know what.
Gay or games?
Game. Are you making fun of my language?
Game?
This is my second language,
Oh my
if
gosh.
you don't know. So stop playing game,
Oh my gosh.
okay? This is my second language, so
Game
why
or
you?
games? I don't understand what
Oh,
you
you don't
said.
understand?
Okay.
You don't
Thank you very
understand,
much.
Mr.
Next,
Cole?
next,
So why
please.
you so
Yes,
arrogant?
I'm asking you, you're done, you're more than 3 minutes.
Yes, but why you
You
so
are
arrogant?
accusing-
And
Please,
trying to make fun what I said, you understand what I said?
I will have to escort to leave.
No, you're not gonna
the
escort me
premises.
because I'm
Please
gonna go and
have
sit
to leave.
down.
You're done. Thank
Because
you
this
very
is
much.
why this
We
town
answered
is
your
like that.
question. Thank you very much. Next,
Only paying this big salary for this kind of people here.
I would wish that you would be cooperative and change it a little bit.
Yeah, come on, stop.
Please come over here.
Just have one question. Every borough, every town has something called a master plan.
Hmm.
So when I checked the master plan of Palisade Park from the Bergen County, it was actually written, updated in 1999. And my understanding is that master plan is supposed to be revised every 7 years.
7? I
Yeah,
thought it was
every
20.
7 years.
10 years.
Okay, well, 10 years, so, but it's been, neglected, I guess, in 24 years.
Yes.
So my question is, do you have any plan to update? And then second thing is, is there any way that as a resident participate in that process?
So the answer to your question is yes and yes. So as you know, and if you've been around for a while, one of my biggest motives in the past 3 years was try to get a master plan in place. And I was working with the former mayor, Chris Young, and presented several scenarios to him, but he chose not to move them forward. In conversations with Paul Kim, as you'll see at tonight's agenda, we have an attorney who's been hired to do just very that much and look at the master plan. The master plan is a work in progress, which I've been working on for 3 years, and we're ready to move it forward. As far as your participation in that, the master plans process is it starts here with the governing body, it then goes to the planning board, the planning board then sends it back to the governing body. So you have many times and many different chances to participate.
Participating means basically hearing what's going on.
Right, it's not just us, different departments, zoning,
Planning
planning,
board.
or just planning,
Planning here,
planning, yeah.
Is it going to be an announcement?
yes,
Oh, yes.
That with,
yes.
Which resolution, just a reminder, that we just hired a special counsel to get on that? That
106.
106, thank you. Sharp as ever. It's
You can
resolution
voice
106.
out like that in terms of a participation.
what is the time frame? Is there any
Not
time?
fast enough.
We're gonna do it ASAP, we're gonna do it ASAP.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah, but stop, we're gonna finish.
Thank you, anybody else? I'm gonna rotate people who haven't done yet. Sue Chow, would you please come up and say your piece?
Suja, 237 Central Boulevard. First of all, thank you for Mayor for bringing out the issue of this Central Boulevard car accidents last month. Although I didn't make the trip to the council meeting last month. So I'm really looking forward to hearing
The
that from
results.
the result. Yeah, the result from the county. And if I can make any comments on, I feel like lowering the the speed limit from 35 mph to 25 might be really helpful. In my 10 years of observation as a resident nearby. And then the second, my second question is regarding the resolution 2023 and 104. This is, I think Ms. Zhang actually raised it, but I can still understand as a board member that this has been initiated like a few years ago.
Yes.
And, so at that time, there is a appropriate budget set for.
Mr. Villa, would you?
So what it is it's a grant that's available, which we targeted certain items to be completed, which is fencing and landscaping. We bid the project out, so in other words, the borough bid it out, following the bid laws, and no one responded to it. We had no response to that work. We're doing it again, we try to do it again.
Could they respond, like, the contractors?
Yeah, nobody responded, probably too small. So we tried again.
Oh, okay. and it's just trying again now, and then. Alright, so, okay, my last one is, so as you know that, I mean, this year, some board members, right after they got
Please,
into the
please
board.
just to me,
Sorry?
just to me.
Okay, so lastly, last year election, 2022, right after the board members got elected, that they got a job in the town hall. And I'm concerned that in this case, that you might give people a wrong misconception or wrong information to the people, that you can get a job if you want to run in the Board of Education candidates with certain people, then I'm greatly worried that our school district can be remain as impartial, the public body. So
Understood.
please consider my concern, if
Okay,
you're
sure.
planning, any of you plan to form any candidates for Board of Education this year. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, please don't go, I have to answer two
Okay.
questions for you right now. The first one is, Chief is still very patiently there. Would you please give her an update of the results and the analysis from the, council, county? Are you still waiting for it, or?
I think Captain Sparrow has a report, hold on one second.
Oh, you have the report, very good. Captain Asparagus, she is asking if she has any updates concerning the county reports on
On East
the
Central
intersections of the prone, the accident prone areas.
Just so you know, what we did was, there's a few intersections.
Please come to the mic.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
There's a few intersections in Palisades Park that are problematic. The major areas of concern are between Fifth and Sixth Street, from Homestead, Brinkerhoff, Central, and East Palisades Boulevard. What we've recently done is we reached out to the county, as I've already advised the mayor and the police committee, reached out to the county. The county's commissioning a study for Central Boulevard, it's a county roadway. So really, we can't change anything on that roadway, unless the county gives us approval. So they're looking over 3 years' worth of accident reports, and they're gonna come up with some kind of remediation plan.
Okay.
I also reached out to the state, due to Fifth and Sixth Street's proximity to Route 46 on East Homestead and Route 5, how it kind of lets off in that same little area. The state's gonna do a study on those two intersections, meaning Fifth and Homestead, Sixth and Homestead. I also pointed out to them that one of the other areas of concern that we have had for years is Fifth and East Palisades. As much of us know, as many of us know, there's an off-ramp from Route 46 westbound that lets out onto Fifth Street. So the state's also gonna do a study at that location. In addition to that type of stuff, that's our long-term plan. The short-term plan is what we've been doing through the Distracted Driver campaign is we identified the problematic areas. Our patrols or our Distracted Driver campaign is parting a lot of the enforcement efforts in those areas in an attempt to reduce accidents. I know I had spoken to the chief, we spoke to the mayor and the police committee. We're probably also gonna roll out a traffic unit that's also, after Distracted Driver's over, they're gonna pick that up. And what the hope is that if the more police presence, the more enforcement, hopefully curb some of the issues, that's a short-term plan. So between that and the state and the counties, working in partner with us, our hope is that we can remedy a lot of the situations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So the county has the same record of the car accidents from the Palisades Park?
We provided it to them.
You provide.
Yeah, so we
So
gave
what
them-
I saw is what they see.
We gave them 3 years' worth of car accidents. In addition to that, I mean, there's a lot of in addition to, and I apologize. New Jersey DOT maintains the crash analysis tool for the entire state of New Jersey. If you look at the crash analysis tool, it's about a year behind right now with accident reports due to COVID. But basically, it identifies the problematic areas everywhere in the state. In Palisades Park, our problem times are between noon and 8 p.m. And that swatch of property, as I said, between Fifth and Sixth, cutting across town all the way to Palisades, is our area of concern. And that's where we're trying to focus our efforts of enforcement.
Okay, so there is he has just explained the short-term goal, long-term plan. Long-term plan requires data from the county. Now,
County and the state.
Yes, county and the state. Now, there's a midterm goal too. I actually told him, there are a certain amount of allocated time that we're gonna wait for the county to give us information. And the police officers, the management of police know that there is a certain amount of allocated time, they should really get on it. So they're gonna start doing the short term, you'll see a midterm. If you don't see anybody outside, you give us a call and then we'll call their bull crap, okay? So they're gonna be working on that program to reduce it. Every single month, I hope you could bring us some progress, report that your program is working, short-term plan. Councilman Kim?
Yeah, I just have one other question, she's done.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me go ahead. Considering your last comment about how there is a conflict of interest, Mr. Board of Ed wants to get a job here.
Thank you.
Mr. Chung, please understand,
Yes.
concerning the conduct of hiring, employees part-time, we follow procedures, we follow the law. And if we feel that hiring certain individuals feel that it's going to be best fit for the community, that's what it is. You have every right to have your assumption that we are politically related, but as you can see, the people that I pick are not from nobodies. They're part of the community, and then if it's unlawful, he'll be right there smacking back of my head saying, don't do that. So far, we're okay.
I'm not saying unlawful, but I see it's unethical, so
Listen
I
to
don't
me.
know whether we're going to jail.
Ethical, there is no ethical law. Do you guys have ethical,
Ethic committee,
Yeah,
ethic commission.
right now, there is no, so far, there's no ethic charges. There's no law, okay?
That was just my question, thank you.
Thank you. Next. That's it? Yes, please. Last, this is the last, please, go ahead.
Last question. No, it's you, Loretta.
Use.
It's you.
All right, yes, please. Last question.
Okay, last question.
We saved the best for last.
I said, 435 East Bangkok Avenue, Palisade Park, New Jersey. Now, I'm 3 blocks away from where they're digging. It's 2 years. I can hear the noise all the way in my house. How long are you gonna be digging up?
So I seen the guy in the coffee shop, he says he's done.
No, he's not. Yesterday,
I actually bought him a cup of coffee.
I'll buy you a cup of coffee because I may know. What do you call it, yesterday, I go there, pick up my mail, and I go home. My tenants call me, okay, if not, I don't even go
Here
past.
down by my house as well.
Now I go there yesterday, picked up the mail, and I went and checked the boiler room. I looked, the 2 washing machines are dancing. What is this? I hope I got, and also I noticed that while I'm looking, it looks like a swimming pool. I hope that water is not gonna come in my house.
Dave, would you,
You
special care, that's a special situation.
You better watch everything over there, cause
Thank
I
you.
got my horns up.
Well, he's on point, so, sounds good, thank you. All right, great, can I have a motion to adjourn the regular meeting? Can I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much, thank you.